Hello girls, I hope you're staying safe at home. In bio today we are going to start with unit 6, which comprises your health and hygiene. So chapter 15, hygiene, which is a key to healthy life. Right now you know hygiene is very important. Okay, so simple personal hygiene. Here you have to know what health is. You all are very careful to stay healthy nowadays, isn't it? So when we talk about health, it is the state or condition of the body of a person who depicts, portrays, means who shows physical, mental, social and emotional fitness. That means a person must be physically, mentally, socially and emotionally fit. Now what is hygiene? Now hygiene is defined as the science and practice of maintaining good health. Okay, it requires caring of one's own body, that is at a personal level, that is known as personal hygiene. That is when you take care of your own body, keep it clean. Okay, and another one is social hygiene, when you take care of your surroundings, to keep your surroundings clean. The main aspects of personal hygiene are: first is cleanliness, next is physical exercise, next rest and sleep, and you must have healthy habits. Okay, now cleanliness, remember, personal cleanliness is very important. You have to keep yourself clean from your head to your toes. Okay, so first, hands and skin must be cleaned regularly. Right now you know how important it is to keep your hands clean. You have to keep on washing it, that also in the right way, so that you will not get infected by the deadly coronavirus. So, and this of course was written even before the corona times. So before that, when we did not have corona, we had to handle many things like furniture, books, coins, currency notes, seats and supporting rods in public transport, door handles, pets, other domestic animals, tools and machineries in workshop. The list can go on and on. Okay, imagine how many things do you touch in a day. Now all these objects that you touch may carry germs, which is picked up by your fingers and then it is transferred to other parts of the body and of course into the mouth through the food. Nowadays of course you must not touch your face also, isn't it? Now the practice of washing hands with soap, especially after using the toilet, is very important. Now, and of course you need to take a bath daily, okay, because it keeps the skin clean and free of germs, opens the sweat pores and removes the body odor given out by perspiration or sweating. Now, and you must pay attention to the cleansing and drying of the various clefts and folds of the skin of arms, that is between your elbows, between your knees, that is at the back side, in front of your elbows. Okay, these are the folds of the skin. Okay, and between the toes and the legs, between your fingers. Next, remember children, you must wash your undergarments and handkerchiefs every day. Your hair should be kept clean. You have to keep washing it frequently, at least twice a week or thrice a week. And you have to keep on combing it. Regular combing is very important, okay, because it keeps your hair healthy, okay, and free of parasites like head lice or boochies, as you know it. And of course, teeth should be cleaned at least twice a day before going to bed at night, which is very important, and after getting up in the morning. And after every meal, you have to wash your mouth, because there will be food particles stuck in your teeth, in between your teeth, that must be thrown out, otherwise there will be bacterial growth. Okay, and if you eat too much of sweets and chocolates, you know, it spoils the teeth, causing caries. Caries means cavities and gum infections. Then you have to go and visit a dentist, which you don't like. Next is you need to breathe by the nose or through the nose. You must always breathe through the nose and not by the mouth, because you know inside your nose there are hair which picks up dust particles. There is mucus which holds the bacteria or germs. It traps the germs which goes in with the air. You should always blow the nose into a handkerchief and should hold the handkerchief in front of the mouth and nose when you sneeze. Nowadays, of course, you need to sneeze very, very carefully. They say that you have to sneeze into your elbows. If you have a handkerchief, you sneeze into your handkerchief. Now, your eyes must also be cleaned and washed with clear water 2 or 3 times every day. There are common diseases of the eye. The two common diseases of the eye are trachoma and conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis, you know, when the eye turns red, okay? It is caused by dust and contamination by hands and towels. So to prevent eye infection, remember, you should never share your towels with others. Even in the same family, you should have your own personal towel. And of course, in India, we have a custom of applying kajal, okay, and sometimes that may also cause infection to the eyes when this kajal is shared, okay. So this kajal also should not be shared with your friends. Your ears should also be kept clean. The wax inside must be cleaned by a soft moist swab, or nowadays you have the q-tips. And you should never put any sharp and pointed object inside your ears, because it will injure the eardrum. Eardrum is the part of your ears which helps in hearing. Now, next is physical exercise. Okay, some physical exercise is necessary for all age groups, okay, especially children, adolescents, and young people. Long and gentle walks are enough for the old. Physical exercise should be regular and systematic. Why? Because it improves the blood circulation and you will be leading a healthy life. Okay, another important thing which you will love is rest and sleep. All organs of the body, including the brain, need rest. Now, how does a body rest? It is by means of your favorite, that is sleeping. Okay, when you sleep, your entire body gets rest. So the amount of sleep required varies with age. Very young infants, very small babies, newborn babies sleep for almost the whole day. Okay, for adults, 6 to 7 hours of continued undisturbed sleep is sufficient. That is 6 to 7 hours. More than that, it is not good. Keep that in mind. Next is healthy habits. One should have a good healthy habit, like going to bed at night at a regular time, every day at the same time. You should take food at the same time every day. Okay, now remember, children, going to bed at late hours or immediately after taking dinner is not a good habit. Bowels should be cleared every day, preferably in the mornings. You should have a good regular toilet habit. You need to go and empty your stomach, more or less. Okay, you must pass your feces every morning. That is a good habit. Tobacco should be avoided, which is not good for health. It is injurious to health, which leads to cancer, especially lung cancer. And taking stimulants and sedatives, drugs, are unnecessary and very bad habits. Okay, and of course, you know, drinking alcoholic beverages is very, very harmful to the body as well as to the society. Okay, now the living rooms must be well ventilated for fresh air and sunlight. Remember, children, fresh air brings in oxygen and sunlight kills the germs. Now, moving on to social hygiene and sanitation. Now, all public places such as schools, office buildings, bathrooms, laboratories, cinema halls should be kept clean, because people will be visiting these places, okay, and eating places like hotels, restaurants, roadside dhabas, and their surrounding must be kept clean and free of flies, because flies are carriers of diseases. And all the things eatable that you eat, eatables must be covered. All utensils, cups, glass tumblers, and spoons must be thoroughly washed, especially with soap and hot water. Now, all public drains and garbage must be covered, and some disinfectants such as bleaching powder, lime must be frequently sprinkled. Okay, the drains must be kept clean. Garbage, if anything is thrown, it must be covered. Now, the civic bodies that we have, especially the municipalities in our areas, they must give a supply of clean and germ-free drinking water, which we do get, isn't it? And they must have an efficient sewage disposal system every morning. Like there are places where we throw the garbage, and from there, the government, they send these municipality trucks to collect these garbage and make the garbage area ready for the next day. Okay, now control of disease carriers, which are known as vectors. So what is a vector? Vector is any agent that acts as an intermediate carrier of a pathogen. Pathogen means disease causing germs. Okay, many insects and other animals spread diseases, so we must take certain steps to control and eradicate these diseases. Eradicate means to totally stop them. Control of houseflies, mosquitoes, cockroaches, these are vectors which carry disease causing germs, should be given maximum priority. Okay, these are the worst public enemies. Why public enemies? Because they carry germs which cause disease in humans. Okay, now the housefly. The housefly is a kind of a natural scavenger. Now, scavenger means which eats on, anything which is decaying, and it will destroy it completely, and it cleans the surrounding also. So, housefly, what does it do? It is a natural scavenger, cleaning and consuming means eating up the leftovers of food. But when they are doing this, it is very dangerous. Why? Because it poses a danger to human life so serious that it is often designated, or it is also known as public enemy number one. Okay, it spreads numerous diseases like dysentery, cholera, typhoid. So maximum of these diseases are carried by the housefly. The germs which causes these diseases are carried by the housefly. So how do houseflies spread diseases? First, they have hairy body and legs which pick up the filth or the dirt. Okay, so the body, especially the legs, okay, are hairy or spiny. If you look at a housefly carefully, you'll see the body is very hairy, especially the legs. So when they are sitting on dirt, okay, what do? They pick up the dirt, and the dirt, of course, contains germs in these dirty places. So such type of a fly, it comes and sits on the food, and then it contaminates it, puts on the germs on the food when it sits on. If you have seen a housefly sitting on food or anywhere, you will see that it is continuously rubbing its legs at the back, okay, and over the body. So when they rub their feet like that, its leg, what will happen? Whatever dirt is sitting on it will fall on the food it is sitting on. Then what it does, number two, it pours out its saliva. Food is also contaminated with germs when the housefly moistens the food stuff by pouring out its saliva on it. So when it sits on your food, supposing you have food ready for you to eat and the fly is coming there, first thing what does it do? It keeps rubbing its legs. And then if it had just come from the drains outside, imagine the dirty place it had sat on before it came and sat on your food, and then it starts rubbing its legs, dropping all the dirt on the food. Then after that it will start producing saliva in its mouth, and it will drop the saliva on it. And sometimes, when the housefly is full, it will still have to eat that food. So what it does, it vomits out all the food that it had swallowed from dirty places. Next is excreta. It deposits its excreta while it feeds. So when it is eating, it will also excrete. Okay, and then it contaminates human food. So just see, children, you must remain away from flies. You must not allow flies to sit on the food. Now, next is direct transmission of germs. Sometimes it directly conveys the infection. Example, that time I told you a disease of the eye is trachoma. Okay, it is directly transfers when a fly which has settle on the infected eye of a person infected with trachoma, comes and sits on the eyes of a healthy person. So the person who does not have trachoma will get the infection because of the fly. Okay, so how can we control house flies? There are several methods. First is to eliminate breeding places. We should not allow it to multiply. So all refuse, all dirt from houses and all animal and human excreta should be removed at regular and frequent intervals and thrown off in such a way that flies cannot breed on it. Flies, they breed, they lay eggs on dirty places. So if the refuse or the dirt is covered by a layer of earth, enough heat is produced in it by decomposition. That is, when it decays, heat will be produced by the bacteria and it will kill the maggots if there are any maggots in the food. Maggots means the baby flies. Okay, next is spraying. Houses and breeding places should be sprayed with DDT and other insecticides which kills the house flies. And of course, the best way is to avoid it. Food should be kept well protected and covered. Flies should not be allowed to sit on the body, and sleeping babies should be protected by mosquito nets. So this is all for today, children. Okay, for your assignment, I would want you to write down about the housefly. So you'll submit it day after tomorrow, that is on Wednesday. So till then, children, stay safe. God bless you.